Alrighty then, this is a total test of this new mobile system. If it works out, we're going to be doing some live stuff. Right now we're sitting in the parking lot of the Kootenay Lake Hospital, which used to be the Kootenay Lake District Hospital, but they moved the district hospital to Trail, BC. We're in southeastern British Columbia in a region called the Kootenays. And we're going to be in Nelson, BC. We're going to take a little drive from the hospital down to the main street there. All right, there's the view. We've got the little 4x4 in front of us. And we're going to give this a try. Hopefully it works out pretty good. We're going to be doing live streams from this location, or this position in this car. And see what we see. It's a snowy day. It's March the 4th, I think. It's Monday. 2, 3, 4, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 4th. We'll do a full stop. Just want to not break any laws while we're on air, so to speak. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little town. Drive down here. We're going to go down Latimer Street and then drop into the downtown of Nelson. Nelson used to be the biggest city between Winnipeg and Vancouver back in the very late 1800s. And it was a transportation hub. Mining was a big thing. Later on, forestry was the big thing. Now we're on Carbonate Street. Upper Carbonate Street. It's a very nice town. People maintain their houses really well. And I've lived here off and on since 1981. I live out of town now. I'll be showing that in a different video. And right now we're on Hendrick Street, Jimi Hendrix Street. Named after Jimmy, but okay, you want to take a look up here on the left. It's 801 Latimer, a house that my ex-wife and her husband Jeff bought in the 80s, and they recently sold it. And they spent much time in the house doing family things. Up here and show you, this is South Nelson Elementary School. Got the kids playing there on the playground in the snow. The kids love snow. Alright, we're on Latimer Street. And we're coming down here. And we're basically going west right now. More or less. Yeah, we're definitely going west. This building up here on the left, kind of go slow if you can see it. It's the old brewery, and now it's the new brewery. And also, my ex-wife's husband, Jeff Mock, used to run a tofu business in this building too, Nelson Brewing. And Silver King Tofu still there. We're going to take a right turn here onto Ward Street. And I'll give you a quick look at the Nelson Fire Hall. It was built like a long time ago, and it's still serving its function. And they shot a lot of the movie Roxanne with Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah. There's the Catholic Church on the right. School on the left. Got the Anglican Church on the right. Lots of good old stone buildings. 1922 was built at the Anglican Church. A good bunch of people were coming down onto Baker Street, which is the main street. See if this nice lady wants to walk by us. There we go. On the left here we have Oso Negro fancy coffee shop. It's been around for a long time. They make coffee, roast coffee beans, and sell them all over the place. Okay, we're getting into the business district. We've got the fish shop. And a bunch of clothes stores. When I moved here, it was a working class neighborhood town. And Baker Street was mostly, we're going to take a right on Baker Street now. Mostly, that's John Ward Coffee, another coffee. We're big on coffee restaurants. This street used to be inexpensive Chinese restaurants, pretty funky. I moved here and they completely redid the street in the mid-80s, just before Roxanne was shot. There's Main Street Diner on the right. That's really, really good. It's been there forever. Excellent fish and chips. A nice restaurant, King's, used to be on the right here. It was great, but it is no more. It's basically been replaced by souvenir shops and stuff like that. These guys are working away. And we got the bike shop on the right, auto parts on the left, and Civic Auto, our local Dodge dealer. Take a left down here. You can see the Civic Center, which is been around since the 30s. It's got an ice rink, a bunch of stuff, all different events there. On the left there was the new Kootenay Co-op, which has got condos and all kinds of stuff in it. Also, we got the Civic Theater, Dune Part 2 this week, and it's funded by a society. Alright, we're coming up on Vernon Street here. And to the right, we've got the Civic Hotel, which is now called Finley's. It's not a hotel anymore, but the Civic Hotel was called the Zoo. Take a quick look at this. It's called the Zoo. For good reason. It was kind of a pretty sketchy bar. Skid bar, I guess. Okay, we got the Lord Nelson, which is now called the Adventure Hotel, 1939. We'll continue up Vernon Street for listening pleasure. Okay. Quite old buildings there, they've preserved. They're building a new one on the right. This hotel coming up on the left is really historic. 125 years old. The Hume Hotel. I play music there every Thursday. To my right, you can't really see it. Okay. I'll take a little peek over here so you can see this beautiful building. It's the courthouse. It was designed by the same guy that designed the Parliament buildings in Victoria. And the stone was quarried in the north end of the lake. I guess we're going to have to take a right on the front street. I'll take a quick look down there and come back. City Hall is, new City Hall is to the left there. So, Nelson's a regional economic, entertainment, and government hub. Take a quick move down here to the lakefront. This Hall Street. Torchlight Brewery is right in front of us right now. I play music there on Friday nights with guests. So, coming up on fancy, really fancy new hotel, the Prestige. If you're looking for modern luxury. That's the place right there, right on the lake. Right, they're building a whole bunch of condos, which God only knows how much they're going to cost. They got the yacht club and all kinds of stuff going on. That's to the right. A new condo being built. It's not open yet, still under construction. And this is the Chockamaica Mall right there. Chockamaica Mall. It's got the Walmart and Save On, a bunch of stuff. It's quite well used. It's definitely an asset. And we're heading southeast right now for your information. We got one of the city buses coming up. And it's a good bus service. It's an auto body shop for lease if you want to start an auto. Okay, here's the construction going on. The new condos. YRB, and that's a contracted company that takes care of our roads. I'm crossing the railroad tracks, which are still quite active, mostly taking goods from the sawmills and Kameko Tech Industries in Trail, just down the Kootenay River and then the Columbia River. Back towards downtown. And it's a nice old big building coming up. George Lake Brewery is on the right. And there's a bunch of businesses in there. Pretty cool. View of the new City Hall right here, directly in front of us. It's quite an active place. You notice the mural maybe. We got murals all over the place. Okay, here we're going to be going on. Nice view of the courthouse. Try to slow down without getting in trouble. On the right, Hume Hotel on the right now, and the old City Hall, which is now a museum, and a few other things on the left. And then the same architect that built the courthouse designed that. And once again, the rock was quarried north end of Kootenay Lake, beyond Kootenay Lake. Baker Street now. Heading due south right now and head west. That's a beautiful building right there. And this is the other part of Baker Street. You didn't see before, a Nelson Trading Company on the left, and before the renovation, it was a pretty tacky old Fields building with aluminum siding. Hipperson's Hardware is on the right, and it's been around like forever. It first started coming here in the 70s, and it was in a different location, same owners and company. It's a home hardware franchise, but still got a very personal touch, and there's a bigger home hardware down on the lake with the lumber and all of that stuff. And on the left coming up is the Royal Hotel. Right immediately on the right is Women's Grocery. And got a subway. Bank of Montreal is on the left. It's a beautiful building, 1899. The building on the left is now the Bank of Montreal. And just beyond that is a building that says RB NBC and that sort of thing right now, but it used to be the Nelson Daily News. And we had a daily newspaper here for a long time. Wonderful. And you see the rail tracks in the distance here in the front. Savoy Hotel, new owners, people that do Shambhala owns it now. Used to be the Kilpatricks. There's another accommodation to the right, the Best Western Inn. Used to be Peebles. It's Rail Town. What do we call Rail Town now? And a beautiful building that used to be train station. Now it's Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center because we don't have any passenger rail anymore. So much for progress. Nobody's behind me, so it's a really beautiful building. Used to have a lot of people coming and going, especially probably back in the day when Nelson was a major center. There's a couple of trains right there. CP Rail. Visitor Center. And this neighborhood's under development. So probably all be filled in with something sooner than later. This is a nice old building. It's probably used to be auxiliary for the train station. Now it's just a bunch of nifty shops. What's in there? It's a meat market. We're gonna pretty much wrap up this house here. I think used to be the person that ran the trains or somebody fancy like that. And you see the mural. We'll do a mural thing at another time, but Nelson's full of murals. A&W, it's our only drive-through. City law doesn't allow McDonald's or anything franchise. Nelson Farmer Supplies, right? Nelson Ford's on. It's a beautiful building. Take a quick look at it. Beautiful stone building. Used to be the gas works, whatever that means. Now it's some different businesses. Nelson Coke and Gas Works. Now Silver Veterinary is in there. So Nelson's built on the side of a friggin' mountain. So Maglio Building Supplies. The Maglios go back to almost 100 years, and they were an R force to be reckoned with. It used to be more of a force. If you want to rent some tools, Hendrix is your place. And this is the warehouse right on the right. And going up the hill and heading out of town on Highway 3A. We're coming on Highway 3A. I don't know if you can really see it. I think we can pull over a little bit here. We got the homeless situation here in Nelson too. I don't know what is going on here. Hardly ever see any people, but it's an active homeless camp. It's a blue sky. And Nelson's a beautiful area. Kootenay is just extremely beautiful. Clip, like I say, it's just an experiment. I might post it, but we're eventually going to do this live Narrows and shut her down. It's Highway 3A, goes to Castlegar, connects with Highway 3, and then you go to Cranbrook, or you go towards Vancouver. Galaxy S24 that I just got. Shot from 2010 to the Matrix. Nice and warm, safe. It's a beautiful area if you've never been to the Kootenays. Definitely put it on the list. It's not that far away. It's North America. So much like Switzerland, but easier. Speak English, and Canada's a bilingual country, but out west it's pretty much all English. And we're coming up on Roman Narrows, which is a natural impediment to the flow of the lake. They wanted to dredge it, but they didn't think it was a good idea. And somebody owned the property out here. Donated it to make a park, nice little park, pond and stuff. Just coming up on this one. Shut down the video. Roman Narrows Provincial Park. Right there. And it's just day use. There's no restrictions at night, except you can't park overnight, of course. And I don't know if you can see the river. I don't want to pull too far. I could drive into the river. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. I'm Greg Walter, and we'll keep you posted.